People are calling this Michael Cohen's day of reckoning. And the biggest question here this morning is how much prison time will Cohen actually get after pleading guilty to all the charges? You mentioned that he's left his apartment. He's on the move. We're awaiting his arrival here any moment outside of court. President Trump's former personal attorney and so-called fixer could have been facing up to a maximum of 70 years in prison on all 9 charges, 8 counts from the Southern District of New York, including criminal tax evasion, campaign finance violations, which included arranging hush money payments for 2 women who claimed to have had affairs with the president before he took office. As something just this week, President Trump called, quote, a simple private transaction, which he considers a civil matter, not criminal. Cohen is also facing 1 count from special counsel Robert Mueller's office for making false statements to Congress about a Russian real estate deal known as the Moscow Project, which he at first said was not in play during the 2016 campaign, but then later admitted that it was. While Cohen's attorneys have asked the judge in the case for no prison time, and Robert Mueller praised Cohen for cooperating in the Russia probe in his sentencing memorandum, federal prosecutors with the U.S. Attorney's Office are asking for considerable prison time, saying he hasn't cooperated fully with them. And while the government has downgraded the federal recommendations for sentencing, they are still asking between 3.5 years and just over 5 years in prison for Cohen. Now, we're most likely going to see Michael Cohen go home today, and then he will have some time to get his affairs in order before turning himself in. Legal experts say that could be between 30 and 60 days, adding even if he gets a hefty sentence today, he still has some negotiating power left once he goes to prison.
If Cohen is sitting in jail, he may decide, you know what, maybe I should tell them about other things that I didn't tell them about. If he provides that information, then he can get additional credit and get a reduction on his sentence.
And for what it's worth, President Trump has weighed in on all of this over Twitter, tweeting, he lied for this outcome and should, in my opinion, serve a full and complete sentence. We have been told that Cohen is left with his family. We understand that friends are here lined up to be in court today, and we could hear from Cohen himself at the sentencing.